name's Freminet. I'm a diver. Oh, no need to shake hands. I mean, no need to be so formal. If you need help surveying underwater ruins or salvaging materials, I can be of some use to you. But for anything else, you might find me a disappointment. I want to spend some time at the bottom of the sea, in peace and total silence. It's easy to fix a machine when you know how it's built and how it works. But people, they're much more difficult. Wherever the tide takes me, so long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to. I always get so gloomy when it rains. The rain stopped? Okay, that's good. Don't be scared, Pear. I'll keep you safe. Maybe I should put on my diving helmet too. Keep me warm. I'd rather be diving in the sea. Morning. Do you have an assignment for me today? If not, I'll head out. All the components look intact. Maybe it's just a worn-out spring? If so, that's an easy fix. Oh, sorry. I was... Did you say something? Want a bowl of seafood soup? It's made with shrimp and shellfish caught earlier today. I'm no cook, but the ingredients are fresh, so it shouldn't taste too bad. You go ahead. I'm gonna stay up and read for a while. What am I reading? It's about diving. There's a bunch of skills that I still need to... Anyway, night. As you know, diving is one of the few things I'm any good at. I spend more time among the Tidalga than I do talking to people. They don't ask you questions or act disappointed. They just float there quietly with you. The underwater world is much simpler than the world of dry land. Whenever I feel lonely at night, Pear is the one who's always there for me. I thought that maybe some other kids might want a toy for company too. So I made a bunch of clockwork penguins and took them to LeChaux's workshop to put on sale. Apparently the customer feedback was good, but they didn't sell too many of them. And most of the buyers were adults. Orders to me are like a clockwork spring driving me forward, and I don't know what to do with myself without them. So if there's anything you need me for, please don't hesitate to ask. After I got my vision, I didn't need my helmet to go diving anymore. But I can't bear to be without it. It cuts me off from the noise of the outside world and makes me feel safe. My vision, Pear, and my helmet, I draw my strength from them every time I take a breath. If you look up at the sky from far enough underwater, even the sun is soft on the eyes. That's why I like it down there. I've seen lots of barrel conchas down in the depths. The patterns are so intricate, I often lose track of the time just staring at them. These fossils are all that's left of these beautiful creatures. I wonder how long before the rest of the world becomes part of this underwater museum too. Lumitoile attach themselves to many things, sometimes on the reefs or docks, but most commonly on large underwater buildings. Do you think they're drawn to humans like Sissons are drawn to the light? Father doesn't like it when children cry. Father says tears are the product of emotion and weakness. So when Father scolds me, I hold it in until I'm underwater, where no one can hear me cry. At least I have the Romaritime flowers to keep me company. At home, Lenny's always showing me his magic tricks. Whenever I smile, he grins excitedly and says the audience is definitely going to love this one. Do I really smile so rarely? If you assigned Lenny and Lynette with the same mission, they'd both do an outstanding job. But not me. Lynette is always comforting me, saying that everyone has their strengths, and how everyone relies on me to fix things around the house when they break down. If only I was half as good at anything else. One day when I surfaced after a dive, the Chief Justice was just standing there alone on the beach. I don't know whether he had something on his mind, or was just enjoying the view. Obviously, I didn't ask. I only locked eyes with him for a split second, before disappearing back underwater. Thinking back, I must have looked so guilty. I'm in no position to give a well-rounded opinion on the Hydro Archon, so I'll pass. I mean, I've only seen her a few times, so I'm sure I have a somewhat skewed view of her. For some reason, Charlotte never believes me when I say I'm just an ordinary diver. She's convinced that my past is full of news stories waiting for her to dig up. Am I really that bad of a liar? I hear that Chevrez is a regular customer of Boumol Workshop. She always purchases the most expensive and advanced components for her musket. If I make enough Mora, maybe one day I can afford to upgrade Pear's components. I'm sorry. I can't really think of any good stories to share. The ones I do know will just bring down your mood. My past? If you promise not to look at me, or you'll let me wear my diving helmet, maybe then I could try to tell you a little more. Personality's one part of it, but the bigger reason is that I've been avoiding my past for so long now, it might be hard to talk about. Apart from diving, my main hobby is dismantling mechanical things and modifying them. I also collect spare parts, and sometimes I build new clockwork toys out of them. Huh? Pear? No, Pear is more like family to me. We grew up together. No, I'm serious. I'm always tinkering with it to add more functionality. I truly hope that a day will come when Pear can fly free into the sky. That's a tough question. I don't have any critical issues that need addressing, but at the same time, there's a long laundry list of minor things which all take their toll. If I was a clockwork toy on the shelf, I wouldn't even know where to start trying to fix me up. But at the end of the day, I guess it all comes down to one thing. I'm just too weak. Seafood, mainly fish and shrimp. Crabs, okay too. I'm really glad that Lenny and Lynette share my tastes, because it means we can eat meals together. I don't mind how the ingredients are cooked though. I leave that decision up to them. I can't handle coffee. More than half a cup and before long, my heart starts racing and I can't calm my breathing down. Everyone says that coffee can boost your energy levels, but to me, it's torture. It's good. So good I don't want to eat all of it in one go. Is cooking one of your hobbies? It shows. I can taste how much care you put into these delicious meals. Sorry. For a moment there, I had the urge to run for my life. But that wouldn't be fair to you. Are you sure? You didn't have to do this for me, you know. I'd obey you regardless. Your time and energy is a precious resource. Shouldn't you spend it on someone else? Pear! Get in gear! Frost is coming! Going under! Commencing cleanup! Dead reckoning! If there's any scrap metal or parts you don't want, I'll take them. There's a lot of treasure here. Sort the items by type and store them for future use. I've had worse. I can take it. Just keep breathing. You're wounded. Maybe you should... no home to return to. Sinking feeling. Father... Oh no! Please no! Yes. Take me with you. At your command. Well... I've got nowhere to go. I'm here. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything here is really nice, and I'm used to it now, so there's no need to worry about me. Sorry. I'm just worried that if I say everything on my mind, I might cause unnecessary misunderstandings. Alright. Then in that case, I'll do as you ask. To tell you the truth, I'm actually a little homesick. Even though this place is really comfortable, and the environment here is flawless, I just can't seem to get used to life here. This is nobody's problem but my own, so please don't think I'm upset with you, or unsatisfied about anything in this place. I hope you can forgive me. I'm here. Mm-hmm. Please, go ahead. Thank you for remembering its name. To explain it, I'll need to tell you a really, really old story I once read in a picture book. Mm-hmm. So once upon a time, in a faraway seaside town, there lived a black and white bird. Since birth, it spoke with a stutter, walked with a wobble, and was unable to fly, so it was always bullied by the other birds. Until one day, greedy pirates stole a jewel-studded diadem from the underwater palace. In a flash, lightning and thunder engulfed the sea, and a tsunami rose from the depths, threatening to wipe out the entire town. The black and white bird tried to leap upwards, but it still couldn't fly. In its recklessness, it crashed against the mast and sank into the ocean alongside the wrecked ship. The seabirds flying overhead thought it would drown right then and there, but to their surprise, it began to swim like the swiftest of fish. It swam and swam until its strength finally gave out. It restored the diadem to its rightful place underwater, and immediately, the storms died down, and it was as if nothing bad had ever happened. As you've probably guessed by now, the bird in the story was named Pear. It was a penguin that came to town by accident. You're right. I I've always admired the pair in the story, but after reading it, what struck me the most was its loneliness. So I decided to stick close and hug Pear, so we can keep each other warm. To explain it, I'll need to tell you a really, really old story I once read in a picture book. I've always admired the pair in the story, but after reading it, what struck me the most was its loneliness. So I decided to stick close and hug Pear, so we can keep each other warm.